Hey, it's Ryan with this week's Mille Lacs Fishing Report. It is opening weekend and it has been very, very warm outside. I'll start things off by going over some of the current conditions out here. As we sit, water temperatures are just approaching the 60-degree mark out in the main lake. It's been in the upper 50s in the afternoon. Sometimes you'll see things getting real close to that 60-degree mark. So that is unseasonably warm for opening weekend. As far as water temps in the bays, definitely in the lower 60s. At times you also see temps creeping up into the mid 60s. So things are warm, things are moving along very fast. First off is the walleyes. What I will say is the walleye fishing this season is not like it was last season. Last year we had a bumper crop of spot tail shiners, little tulipy, as well as obviously the perch. The walleyes have a lot to eat this year, but fortunately the regulations are relaxed. So when you do find fish, you'll typically be able to find fish that are in that keeper size range. The best reports I heard of this weekend came off of either the rocks or the sand. Now on the rocks, what was working best was jigs and shiners or little paddle tail swim baits in anywhere from about 8 to 14 feet of water. Up on the sand, one of the most popular techniques is a Lindy rig. Guys will use a leech or you can use a crawler, but what I really favor early on in the season like this is a spot tail shiner. So if you're gonna go drag the Lindies up in the sand, which is just a classic way to catch walleyes early season on Mille Lacs, a spot tail shiner is my bait of choice. And as always, a bobber and a leech is a great way to catch fish out here anytime during the open water season. So if you're gonna go out at sunset, it's hard to beat a bobber and a leech on Mille Lacs. Next is the smallmouth. Smallmouth bite was hot on Saturday, especially Saturday morning. We crushed them. It was a lot of fun, a lot of big fish. There were a few boats in our vicinity. It looked like everybody was catching fish and having fun Saturday. So the smallmouth bite started off fantastic. The wind on Sunday made things a little more difficult. We caught fish Sunday, but it just wasn't the same. Today, Monday, we went back out again and did excellent again. So the smallmouth bite overall, so far so good. A lot of fish, a lot of big fish, at times some really fast action. So it's been a good start to the season on the smallmouth. Now, there was a variety of ways we caught them. Saturday, we caught them quite a few different ways. Jerk baits were working well for us. Little paddle tail swim baits caught a lot of our fish. We found fish on beds as well. Most of our fish on Saturday were pre-spawners, but there were some bed fish that we found. By today, Monday, we did quite a bit of bed fishing. So there's definitely some beds popping up, especially in the warmer water areas. If you're looking for pre-spawn bass, I would look fish on the rocks a little bit deeper than the spawning areas. You know, that can be anywhere from 8 to 12 feet of water, possibly even deeper, kind of depending where you're at. Two of my favorite techniques for them are either going to be a paddle tail swim bait or the jerk bait. You know, these are just perennial favorites of mine because they produce fish during the pre-spawn period. If you're looking for bed fish, a drop shot or a Ned rig, those are two great techniques. The beds are just starting in the warmer water areas now. There's still opportunity to get on pre-spawn fish. We were in a lot of areas in the main lake that did not have beds yet. So don't feel like you've missed out on the pre-spawn. There's still gonna be plenty of that action over the coming week. It's early in the season. I only have so much to report on right now, but things are off to a great start on the smallmouth. Walleye fishing, like I said, it's a little spottier this year, but there are some guys out there with some pretty good reports. So there's definitely some isolated good fishing out there. You just got to go look for it. I hope these tips help you out. Good luck fishing and have a great weekend.